every day I wake up and I'm like, literally, what else can hurt worse today? But my body always gives me the great gift of, psych, I can give you something else, and it does. And I just have to say that, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking about all my braces and support items I use for my EDS syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a syndrome in which affects the collagen of your body, making it either too loose to the point where you will sublux and you do not have the same strength in your muscles to your tendons, and at the same time it may affect your digestion issues, the way your stomach moves, the way your stomach digests food. Everything about EDS is a collagen tissue, and there's tissue all over your body in which so affects everything. For me personally, it affects both my intestinal problems and my physical problems. I am double jointed, I am hypertense, I have hyperflexed legs, I am very common to sublux out of my right hip, lock my right knee, and sprain repeatedly my ankle. I do dislocate my fingers, and I also do dislocate my hip, my other one, on a known basis, so it's not something I'm new to. Though the first couple of times it was a horrible experience, because I feel like no one should have to feel that, because it's just not it. But as you have to get used to it, I learned that there's like a lot of different things that I can do to help me, and here are the ones that I use, so I hope they help you too, because I know with EDS you want to be alone and independent, but at the same time you're going to need that help if you actually want to do something, because at the end of the day your body may go against you and what you want to do. So my first one is just a simple knee brace. I use the knee brace on the daily, mostly because for me personally, I do have okay knees. My knees weren't something that always affected me. They're only hyperextended to the point, but they never really affected me dislocation wise. Yes, I do have grinding on my knee, but never to the point of me actually going bloop bloop. But there are points and times where when I do sublux my hip, my knee does most of the work that my foot does. So then that's when I have to use a brace, because when that happens, if I put everything on my right knee, it needs extra support, or else it will hyperextend and say peace out. I do have different models of shoes and wheelchairs and mobility items downstairs, but for today's videos I'm going to be showing you my braces and my support things that I can use on my body, but doesn't help me actually move. It helps me live. So the first one is the knee brace. Coming in next, we have my heavy duty ankle brace, in which I use for subluxations or sprains. I'm very common to sprain my one ankle because it never healed over the several years. And several years I got like multiple sprains, which is the symptom of EDS. You just don't heal correctly, and that causes problems later in life. But for this one, I always was heavily using this. But since I got my new braces, this is literally nothing compared to them, but it has a rigid back, a plastic, and it gives you the little sloop, but it still stabilizes your ankle and doesn't let it roll, the tendon, the actual ligament roll, which is something that I needed, because I always tore the ligament or sprained the ligament, and it was just always the same thing, even though I literally did everything with the PT, but it never did work. So moving on, I'm not going to talk about my bad dance past. Oh, this is what I wear to sleep mostly every single night. This is my hip brace, in which I'm going to show all the braces on me later at the end of this video, but this is the brace on me, and the brace on me. No, this is the brace in my hand. Brain fog. God dang. Sorry. This is the brace. It is a hip brace that I use when I go to sleep, because I do have a tendency to sleep with a lot of activity. And by activity, I mean I move, I shuffle around, I turn sides, move, go back to the end of the bed, go back to the front bed, end the marathon, finish a dance competition, and wake up. That's how I sleep. I'm a very active sleeper, and I've had several instances where I woke up in curdling pain because as I was twisting and moving about during my dream, I actually subluxed or dislocated my hip. And it's not something you want to wait to put back in, because you really don't, because you just need to do it whenever the adrenaline and the buzz is high. You know what I mean? Like whenever your actual endorphins and all that jazz, you want to do it right then, right there, because you can't wait for all that to calm down and put it back in. You need to do it all at one time. So this has helped me wake up not having to deal with that. Just something I'm super grateful for, because it's something I seriously hated, and I dreaded it every night. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to go to sleep, and if I wake up with my hip out, I give up, you know? I'm like, I'm done. I've been doing this for too long, and I'm done. But you know, it's just fine, because we're fine and we're good, and we're not healthy, but we're mentally good. Welcome to my channel, where I show you the funny side and the real side of living with the chronic illness while you're still a teenager, but then at the same time you also black. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want a part 2 with all my rollators, wheelchairs, and my actual mobility shoes, oh, and my Surface Dogs harness, just comment that down below or leave a like on this video. I have to say thank you so much for actually coming and watching this video to the end. It is super appreciated, and I hope that one day I can help others know that like you can still do things when you're chronically ill, and at the same time, just because that you're a different color doesn't mean that you don't suffer through the same thing. And I have to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening. Bye.